It's a little bit of a misnomer, and it gives the wrong impression of what a person needs, so it's why I don't really use the word proteins too much. It's that medical doctor thinking again. They love the acid side, the nitrogen side, the protein side. But life is really a carbon print. You're near on carbon and oxygen side. Remember, the strongest animals on the planet do not eat proteins. They probably suck down on hemp plants, though. Someone asked me what I was smoking in the back room. Nothing, but a good Sensibilia wouldn't hurt. Let me see. This is NVS LKNM. Sometimes my body jitters mostly on one side, left side, almost like it had a slight electrical shock. This is mostly not noticeable. Yeah, I would take care of this right on. First of all, get your adrenals and kidneys moving. That's key, par one. That's going to be the autonomic, so you want to get that done. Again, go after that colon, get your sinuses drained, get all these acids out of the body that can be irritating any nervous system, the adrenals that are weakening the nervous systems, anything in the brain, anything in the cerebellum. This is all lymph. Clean all that up. Use the new brain and nerve formula. Strengthen your cells. This won't lead to anything but not good. So you want to clean all your body out, get your adrenals up, get your kidneys filtering, and get on down the road there, dear one. You don't want to live with that electrical type of feeling there. Any info on calcified tendinitis? Acidosis. You know, I could just sit here and go, acidosis. Yeah, sounds like people that blame everything on candida. But really, when you trim the fat off of this, you see that the body is nothing but cells and two major fluids and only two sides of chemistry. So once you really get this, it becomes repetitively simplistic. Some of the symptoms, in the areas can be complex, but the body cleans that right out. Same thing here. Anything becomes calcified is very acidic. Acids create calcification, ionizes calcium. It's all about acidosis, which is a byproduct of failure of the kidneys to filter, right? Which is a byproduct of adrenal glands that are sitting there taking a snooze. Oh, what do you want me to do? Here's someone that moved those limbs. Yeah! I love that. Now you got to have a little side thing there. This is a question I thought was important. Looking forward to a diploma class in Florida. Looking forward to see you. This is Naveed from New Jersey. Could you talk about shingles? Absolutely. What to do during shingles, what one should eat and also avoid, what herbal formulas you recommend during shingles. Okay. You remember we talked about the strong survive, the weak are consumed. You see that everywhere in nature. You know it's a fact of life here on this planet. But it's an essential fact of life, and you have to be emotionally detached from that and look at it from the perspective of the broader picture. To sustain a biosphere that sustains untold amount of species, you can't reproduce your weaknesses. You must consistently reproduce strengths and eliminate the weaknesses. And we haven't learned that with Homo sapiens, and I've had a lot of conversations about that. You have to take the emotional component out of this. This is why it's important for those spiritual people that understand that life is conscious, more soul, more awareness, way beyond this little realm of matter and material bodies. So when we produce a material body for a soul to use, it is still just a material body. So sometimes they're so mutated, we need to drop them and let that soul go on and grab a healthier body. For some, that's a shocker. But it's nature, it's God, not me. But you can understand why that exists, and that's also important in your body at the cellular level. That's what your immune system's for. That's what virals are for. Virals are one way of cleaning the weak out of the body, if you can stand it. The biggest problem is that we become systemically weak. So some people can really get chewed on real bad. So some of our game here is going to be to try to strengthen and detox and do all this stuff together. But with that said, shingles is nothing but herpes on the nervous system, herpes on the myelin sheath, which is the coating of the nerves. So this is just a viral attachment. A viral attachment. Virals are proteins. So guess what medium you don't want to be in? Acid protein medium. That always brings herpes out. Notice it, like pineapple or anything too acidic. If you eat too much protein, you'll start getting these little simplex sores. You can be genital, it can be in the mouth. I don't care. Location, location, location. Still a viral, still attaches to weak cells. And proteins, of course, acidify the body and bring out that. You'll notice that when you're eating alkaline, a lot of times these will go dormant. Get your body acidic and they come right out. And if you do too many acid fruits, they'll come out too, because that's acid clashing with acid. Even though fruits, most of them have a base chemistry reaction. So, two things. You want to strengthen up the adrenal glands, which in turn will bring up the neurotransmitters, which in turn strengthens the myelin sheaths in the nervous system. Using the new brain and nerve formula is a good help with that. Getting up, cleaning out the brain, cleaning the lymph. It always comes back to cleaning out your lymphatic system, which is where the acids are, and getting away from proteins. You never want to eat proteins or heavy amino acids in the presence or where you have herpes involvements, because you're going to always fight them. They are acid proteolytic virals. You just really want to get away from the acid side. But this is what we're all struggling to do anyway, is get away from the acid side of life. And so some of the things you have to do is make strong that which is weak. And when you ask what weakens things, it's always going to go back to the lymph system, acids, and that side of chemistry. And protein is going to fall on that side of chemistry, like it or not. You can go back and say, man's been eating meat for millions of years. Stop and take a look at the health of man. Just stop and take a look around. And that's for you too, Centron. Stop and take a look around. What you do not see robustly healthy people eating an omnivorish diet and eggs and meat, you don't see healthy people doing that. I don't care what these people claim. Just look around. How many people are sick? All right. Now, let's see. Plum vine. Oh, pretty picture. Thank you so much for your videos. Oh, yeah, that was good information, I thought. She's talking about the Atlantean civilization. The question is, did Atlantis and Lemuria go down overnight or in time? My feeling, it went down for the most part in time, and then maybe, fell off the rock, so to speak, maybe with some big movements. But definitely love what you're saying here about that, absolutely. The shifting of the axis. I find this interesting that the planet was mostly tropical with no seasons. I didn't know that. I thought that's a pretty good information right there. So I don't know. But certainly man is a tropical species. And I just think we need to start planting fruit trees everywhere. We can go and make the Gobi Desert a fruit grove if we wanted to. Some of these wells can go down 10,000 feet. I know where they're 5,000-foot wells. Danielle, oh yeah, Daniel, I am so worse than you. Then you went, well, Doc, they do know text scriptures, the priest wrote them. Yeah. And I know. Anyway, my wife's best friend had a tree fall on him 2 days ago. I just talked to a lady who a tree fell on her head as a little girl and almost died. A tree fell on her head. It's unbelievable. Here's another. Tree fell on him 2 days ago. It completely broke clean apart. C6 and C7. Ow! Cord seems okay, good. His diet is appalling. Well, Not shouldn't be now, man. Hit 100% raw, upper circulation, brain and nerve. I do the bones formula to accelerate that. Parathyroid, hit that up there really good. Kick up that calcium utilization. At the same time, move lymph so lymph can clean all that trauma. And then all your nutrition and goodies are going in there. The herbs are going in there to heal, to clean, and then he'll rebuild those tissues and he'll be okay. If he ended up as a quad, you could get him back. If he does this right now, he shouldn't end up as a quad. If not, if he continues down this omnivorous eating, if he isn't a quad now, that's good. But C6 and C7 is right on that line of quad and paraplegic. So you're giving me bones caps. Perfect. God, you guys are smart. Love it. Endo caps. Perfect. Adrenals. Perfect. Perfect. Lymphatic and stomach should I get? Well, if he's moving his bowels real well, stomach and bowel number 1. If he's kind of hitting and missing every day or so, number 2. If he misses about a day or 2, I'd go number 3. Further, if he's on pain pills, you might have to go up a little further. Lymphatics, I do lymphatic 4, maybe do lymphatic 1 with it, or you want about 2 lymphatics with that. But I think I'll use the new brain and nerve for sure. Good catch, Daniel, on the bones formula, excellent, real restorative to tissue. Look at Comfrey, knit bone, good stuff, But the nervous system, you want to strengthen that up, even though the cord is untouched. That's excellent. So he'll regenerate this, pick up his parathyroid a little bit. It'll help regenerate that, get that lymph moving to clean that area, because trauma is acidosis too, and we're good. I just got time for 1 or 2 more here. Amen. I have to go with you, sweet country Kim. I'm sorry. I tell you, it's just like I feel like I'm being pushed here. Time. Okay. But I'm with you with St. Jude's. I'm telling you, that's bad karma. It's unawareness, of course, but my God, I saw another commercial last night. The mom's walking with her kid. Now we're going to have a bald a Barbie. We're going. That's why I love to watch the news. To see how stupid man has become. And now one of them, we're going to have a bald Barbie for those poor children that we're ravishing with chemotherapy for the sake of trying to save their lives. Oh man, make me sick all over. But my heart pours out for these kids. I could go, we all could take off and go into St. Jude's, kick those creeps out of there and start rebuilding. I bet you we could save 95% of those kids easy. And you parents might think that sounds really bizarre, but it ain't. I've been years of doing this, and it is not bizarre at all. It's what you're doing. You can't kill you can't kill cells